Hello, my name is Sean, and I'll be doing a tutorial on the cruel game of life. So, this is going to be a bit different because now I'm going to show my entire screen rather just jumping around because it'll be much easier doing it this way. So, with cruel game of life, you'll see a bunch of flashing colors or maybe some still colors. You can click on them and whatnot. A reset button, a clear button, and a submit button. So, me personally, as the diffuser, I would read them out row by row where the white squares are first. So, okay. 6, 3, skip 1, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 4. Right? After that, I get out my notepad and get ready for the colors because that's what's coming up next. And he would give me, and I would give them position. Okay, at B3, I got red, orange, or red, orange, flash. At E3, I have orange, flash. At C8, I have blue and green flash. And finally, at F7, I have purple and green flash. Alright, so what's the whole point of this? So, after getting your colors, now we're going to actually go ahead. Let's go here and follow these top rules first. Also, there's a unicorn rule. So if the bomb has 6 batteries and 3 holders, and unlike Bob, you can ignore all the rules. Bob has returned you. You can just press submit during the initial state. And thanks, Bob. So before I begin, let's grab the edge work as well. I know I rushed in a little bit. So let's grab that. I think I got 2 in 1. Yeah, 2 in 1. Oh, let's sig. And 3 plates. One has an RJ45. And you put that in square columns and make it RJ because it's much better that way. There we go. And RJ and RCA. Let's look around. There should be one last one. There it is. A DVI, RJ, oh no, PS2. And the serial number is 4 Tango 0, India Zulu 2. Alright, we got all the information we need. We got this and we got this now. So at B3, we have red, orange, flash. So, if the square isn't flashing, simply use the rule from table B. Well, it is flashing. It's flashing 2 colors. If the square is flashing 1 color, turn the square black if the rule applies and white if it doesn't. So in the following table, you would have a truth table. If it's true, you would turn white, and if it's black, you would turn false. This one's saying do the opposite. So turn black if it is true, and turn white if it's false. If the square is flashing 2 primary colors, use the rule for the mixture of 2 colors. So if red and yellow, I would get orange. Unfortunately, it's red and orange, so no. If the square is flashing a primary and a secondary color, which it is, so we're going to follow this rule, and the secondary color contains the primary color as its component, well, orange does have a component of red, so yes, use the rule for the primary color. So we're going to use red for this color. So for red, at least 1 strike. Turn white if at least 1 strike. There's no strike, and there are batteries, but in case we do get a strike, then we have to turn it white. And of course, there's a little star here. What that means is, it's over here, calculate it when the submit button is pressed. Not when the strike is issued, after the submit press. I mean, like, when you actually press submit, it's calculated. So, following that, I'm sorry, there's a fly in here. I don't know why there is. So, for that row, we're gonna turn it black at B3. So we're gonna keep that black. Next one. Okay, now we got E3. We have an orange flashing. So, orange flashing. If the square isn't flashing, simply use the rule from table B. If the square is flashing one color, which it is, turn the square black if the rule applies, and white if it doesn't. So we're going to do the opposite. Less than half of the bomb's original time limit is displayed on the timer, unless a car is present. Well, we have 60 minutes for the starting time, which is also another good thing to note down, but which means if less than half the time's original bomb limit is displayed on the timer, which means if it's less than 30 minutes, then make it turn white. But in this case, it's the other way. So we turn black if it's true, but turn white if it's false. So in the case of this, we're going to turn this one white. So E3, right there, we're going to turn white. Next one. All right. At C8, we have blue-green flash. So that goes back to the rule of one primary, one secondary, which is right there. And the secondary contains the primary color as its component, which it does because blue is part of green. Use the rule for the primary. Alright, so we're going to use the rule for blue. The serial number contains at least one letter in common with the word sea or sky. S-E-A-S-K. So only S-K. I don't see anything, unless it could be wrong. So that's going to left black. So we're going to keep that one black. And finally, F7. Go away. Purple-green flash. So this is two secondary colors flashing. So we're going to skip if a primary color and a secondary color. We're going to go if the square is flashing two secondary colors. Use the rules for the primary color does a component of both of the flashing colors. So this is blue and yellow. And this, let's see, no. Okay, so this is red and blue, and this is blue and yellow. So I'm guessing we're going to use blue, but we already did the thing with blue where it says if sea and sky, which is false. So we're going to leave also that one black. So the only thing that's white was the orange flash, which we should keep in mind. So only this E3 here keeps in mind. So after doing that, I like to open up a second one. Right. Okay. Not there. Okay, I guess it is this one. Hey, Elias. Or Elias. I always pronounce his name wrong. So, now we're going to follow the rules for regular game of life, which is a white neighbor is less than 3 or greater than 3, we're going to stay black. If the square is black, if it's less than 3 or greater than 3, we're going to stay black. If white neighboring squares equals exactly 3, we're going to turn it white. If the square is white, if the neighboring squares are less than 2 or greater than 3, we're going to turn black due to overpopulation. And if the white neighboring squares are equal to 2 or 3, we're going to stay white due to good population there. So, we have a black here. There's 0 whites surrounding it, so we're going to leave that black. This one has 1 white surrounding it. We're going to keep that one black. Remember, it only turns white if there's exactly 3 whites surrounding it. This one has 1. This one has 1. This one has 1. And finally, you have a white square. Are you going to turn this black? Well, there are 0 whites next to it, so yes, we're going to keep that black. So, there's 0 here. There's 1 here. And there's 0 whites here. It's not 2 or 3, so we're going to keep that one black. This one has 2 whites surrounding it. So that's going to stay black because it has to be exactly 3. This one has 2 whites surrounding it, and this one has 2 whites surrounding it. So far, we haven't changed anything yet, although we're turning all the whites. This one has 1. This one has 2. No dice. This one has 1. This one has 2. This one has 0 whites next to it, so that's going to turn black. And finally, 1 white. So nothing we have changed yet. This one has 0 whites next to it, so that's going to turn black. This next one has 2 whites, but it's not 3, so no dice there. Next one. We have 2 whites here. Still no dice. We can't turn it white because there's only 2. The next one has 4. Now, due to overpopulation, unfortunately, this one's going to stay black because it has to be exactly 3. This one, however, has exactly 3 surrounding it. So we're going to turn this one white. And then this next one has 2, so that has nothing. Next one. This one has 1. This one has 2. Let me just check. Okay, for this next one, this white square has 2 surrounding whites, so that's going to stay white because it has to be 2 or 3 whites surrounding it to make sure it's still white. This next one has 3 whites surrounding it, so this is going to stay white. Next one, this one has 2 whites surrounding it, so this is going to stay white. Next one has only 1 white, so that's going to stay black. 0 white. This next one right here has 2 white, no dice. This one has 5 white, so that's a no-go. Next one is going to have, that's another 5 white, so that's going to change to black. Next one, we have 4 whites surrounding it. No dice there because it has to be exactly 3. And last one, at least just 1 white surrounding it. So no dice there either. We're going to keep going here. 0 white. 1 white. This one. Okay, this one has exactly 3 whites surrounding it, which means this one is going to stay white. Next one. This one has exactly 3 white staying next to it, so that's going to stay white. Next one. But this black right here has 3 whites surrounding it, which means we're going to turn this one white. And finally, this one has 0 white next to it. Boo-hoo. Next one, 0 white, 1 white. This one has 3 white, exactly. So we're going to turn this one white. This one has 2 whites surrounding it, so this one's going to stay white because it is white. Next one, I can't, okay. So this has 2 white, no dice, and 0 white. So this is our final solution, and hopefully this is the right answer. So we're going to go back to our bomb here. Move it across right over here. Easy peasy. And I'm just going to hit the clear button. And so I would go row by row with the diffuser. Okay, skip, skip, skip. Go to row 4. Press the 5th one. Then 3, 4, 5. Skip. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. So, we cross our fingers and hope to God this works. Yeah! Alright, let's do another one. So, reset grid here. And we'll actually use this as the recording one. So, diffuser tells me, okay, 1, 2, and 4. Then 5. Skip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 5. 1, 5, 6. 6. And this should be it. And as an expert, you can clarify with the diffuser by summing up all the columns. So I have 3, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3. And he'll correct you if you're right or wrong. And if you're wrong, then there's something wrong with that row or column. And if you are wrong with it, then he'll clarify on the column itself, okay, I got 1 and 4 as the rows. It's like, oh, okay, I was missing the 4th row on that column. Okay, next comes the colors, which we're going to bring up our sweet little notepad. We'll move it just slightly up over here now. Oh, and let's get our edge work since we're here now. Let's see. No batteries whatsoever. That's great. A lit MSA and a lit TRN. 3 pour plates. And pour plate number 1, we have empty. Pour plate number 2, we have a serial. And pour plate number 2, we have a DVI and RCA. like to have them all capitalized. And the serial number is India Kilo 0, Lima Mike 6. So if the blue rule comes, the blue rule comes in, now we have a K, which looks like kind of this, but it's two primary colors, unfortunately. So looks like, all right. In F2, I have green solid. On C3, I got a green solid. And finally, at B8, I got blue yellow. And you don't have to say flashing because if you say two colors, it's obviously flashing. But if it's flashing one color, you better be honest saying, okay, green solid or green flashing. So let's look at all these rules. The other rules on the other sheet. So let's see here. Oh, I didn't want to open you up. No, that one. And reset you because I don't want you. I'll tell you what. We'll put you right here. Switch it over. Boop. Bippity. Done. Alright, so for green solid, if the square isn't flashy, simply use the rule from table B. So use the rule from table B. It turns white if an even number of solved modules, unless there's a CLR indicator present. Well, there's no CLR indicators present, so we have 0 solved modules, so that's an even number of solved modules. That means for both of these, we're going to turn white. So we got to go over here. Yep, this is the right one. We go F2 and then C3. Both of them turn white because the statement's true. And then we can erase these two because they're the exact same rule. Then at B8, we have blue and yellow. So for blue, serial number contains at least, oh no, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. If the square is flashing two primary colors, use the rule for the mixture of two colors. So for blue and yellow, that's also green, which means we also got to turn B8 true as well. All of them are all the green statements, which is the even number solved modules. So this turns white as well. So that should be white, that should be white, that should be white. Everything's white. Alright, now we got all of that down. Now we actually have to do the thing. This might be a tad bit tricky now since we got more whites here. So this has one white surrounding, that stays black. This has one white surrounding, that stays black. This one has two white surrounding, that stays black. This has one white surrounding, that stays there. This one has three whites surrounding it, this turns white. And this one has two whites surrounding it, that stays black. Moving on. This has two whites surrounding it, stays black. This one has three whites surrounding it, this turns white. This next one also has three whites surrounding it, this turns white. This next one also has exactly three whites surrounding it, which means this turns white as well. This next one has two whites surrounding it, so this stays white. Finally, this one has one white surrounding it, that stays off. That's going to turn black. This one has one white surrounding it, that's going to stay black. This one has three whites surrounding it, this is going to turn white. This one has three whites surrounding it, so this is going to stay white. This one has four whites surrounding it, that's an overpopulation, so no. This one has five whites surrounding it, so no. And lastly, this one has four whites surrounding it, so no. Let me scratch my eye real quick. Okay. 4. Three whites surrounding it. That is going to turn that one white. This one is tricky. This one has four whites. That's going to turn it black. Okay, this is hard to see. This one has four. So that's going to turn black. Hello, fly again. You're right in the solution here. This one has three whites surrounding it, so that's going to stay white. This one has 2 whites surrounding it. That's going to stay white. And this one only has 1 white surrounding it. So that's going to turn black. 5. This one has 2 whites surrounding it. So that's going to stay white. This one has exactly 2 whites surrounding it. That's going to stay white. This one has 4 whites surrounding it. That's going to stay black. This one has 4 whites surrounding it. That's going to stay black. This one has 4 whites surrounding it. That's going to stay black. And this one has 3 whites surrounding it. This one turns white. My arm's getting tired. All right, next one. This black has exactly 3 whites surrounding it. That turns white. This one has 3 whites surrounding it. So this is also going to turn white, if I'm looking at it right. This one has 1 white. This one has 2 white. This one has 2 whites surrounding it, so that's going to stay white. And finally, this one has 3 whites surrounding it. That's going to turn white. Okay, next. This one has 1 white, so that's going to turn black. This one has 2 whites. That's going to stay black. This has 1 white. That's going to stay black. This one has 2 whites surrounding it. That's going to stay black. This white has 3... Let me check. 3 whites surrounding it, so that's going to stay white. This white has 3 whites surrounding it, so we're going to keep that one white. This one has 2 whites surrounding it, so that's going to turn black. Stay black. This white has only 1 white surrounding it, so that's going to turn black. This black has 1 white, that's going to stay black. This black has 1 white, so that's going to stay black. This one, however, has 1, 2, 3 whites surrounding it. We're going to turn that white. And finally, this one over here has, let me just check here for a second. This has 2 whites surrounding it, so that's going to stay white. And this is our solution right here. So, again, we cross our fingers and hope to God this is the right one. So, we clear it. Okay, I'm going to do 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. Make sure you communicate well. So I could say 1, 4, 5, and he could just went down to 4, 5. I have to be clear. So 1, 4, 5. So that's right there. 1, 2, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 5, 6. Then 5, 6, 5, 6. Let's double check here. So the fuser again can actually see if we're on the right page here and give us the sum of the columns. So I have 3, 4, 2, 2, 6, 4. Is that right? Yeah. So we're gonna press submit, please. Ha 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 ha. All right. To speed up the process, I was going to use a video editor, but you know what? For you guys, I won't hide anything. I'm not going to hide anything because I'm going to show you something that I've done to help me out here just a little bit. I've created this. I created this today, so it's a little solver that will help me. So if you guys want to go through the answers yourselves, you can just check back here. And we actually have a brown row. But what I'm going to do is just go through the colors rule to see if it turns black and white. Since there's already a Game of Life Simple already done, I'm only going to do 2 and then just let this program do its work. And the only problem is this one goes through the rows rather than Elias going through the columns. So from the looks of it, I have 5 and 3. Let's see. I know I saw an indicator. 2 indicators. Lit TRN and a lit FRQ. Serial number. Echo 80 Charlie Whiskey 0. Alright. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to skip going to the describing the white face and then go straight to the colors. So, let's see here. Let's get our actual Let's see, which one is this one? So, this is actually going to confer with the last rule. If the square isn't flashing, it is flashing. If it's flashing one color, it's flashing two colors, red and brown. Two primary colors? No. Primary color and secondary color? To note, brown is not a secondary color. It's actually kind of like a tertiary color because all three primary colors makes brown. But going ahead, two secondary colors? No. If the square is flashing two colors and one of them is brown, yes. Use the rule for brown if the last digit of the serial number is even. So last digit of the serial number is 0. So we're going to use the rule for brown. So here's brown. There are at least 3 different port types. That's a negative. So we're going to turn that one black, as it is right there. And last but not least, we have, if the square is flashing one color, turn the square black if the rule applies and white if it doesn't. So we're going to do the direct opposite. So we got purple. There are more unlit than lit indicators unless there are at least 4 batteries. Alright. So there is 4 batteries, which means we were going to turn it black. But it's the opposite, so we're going to turn white, which is what it automatically did for us anyway. So just to make sure this turns black, that's just going to turn white. There we go. So now you guys can do this all in your calculations to get some extra practice. I'm going to start doing this. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4, 1. That's going to be a skip. 2, and then a 4. And as you can see here, my program actually gives me an image of what it should look like. So I'm going to clear it. Let's see. 2, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. So that should be right. Okay, we'll do just one more. Now again, do the colors with you. We're gonna go through this. Edge work. 4 and 3. Unlit TRN. And a port plate with a serial port on it. Serial number. Foxtrot, Foxtrot 4. Echo Papa 5. Alright. So for this one, ooh, we got a couple good ones. Alright, so we got green, yellow flashing. So it's going to be this roll up here. Primary and secondary color. And the secondary color contains the primary color, which it does. We're going to use the primary color. So primary color of yellow. There are more lit than unlit indicators. That's wrong because there's more unlit than lit. So we're going to turn this one black. Okay, then we have just yellow flashing, which means it's just going to be flashing one color. Turn the square black if the rule applies, so it's direct opposite here. More lit than unlit. So since the last rule was we're following the yellow rule and it was black, we're going to turn this one white because it's direct opposite. And finally, we'll have brown rule. So if the square flashing has 2 colors and one of them is brown, use the rule for brown if the last digit of the serial number is even. We have a 5, so that's odd. Otherwise, use the rule for the other color. So that's going to be a yellow rule, which means since it's not direct opposite, we're going to turn this one black. And there's our final stage. So I'm going to click that out. And so let me do this real fast. We get 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fly's on me. This thing is annoying. Okay, so that's gonna be a 2. 1, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna clear. So It should be it. Looks good. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to cut the screen so we can do one last time with this. Alright. So I'm going to do that. Alright, starting with the edge work of this thing. I got 5 and 3. I got 2 port plates. Port plate number 1 has a parallel. And port plate number 2 has a PS2 and an RCA. This serial number is 9 Bravo 3 Juliet Uniform 8. Okay, yeah. Alright. So, I'm going to give you all the rows here. So, I got 6, 2, 6, skip, skip, 4, 3, 4, done. Skip the rest. That's the only white squares. I have a lot of flashing colors though. Alright. So, for E3, I got purple flashing. For D4, I got purple green. For Bravo 4, okay, I probably should. So it was Echo 3 for purple flash, Delta 4 for purple green, Bravo 4 is going to be yellow flash. Bravo 6, I have orange blue. Okay. F6, Foxtrot 6, I got orange solid. And finally, at Charlie 7, I have orange blue. Alright, good luck figuring them out, because I'm definitely have to figure all of this out. So, let me close you. Alright, I got all the colors I need. Alright. I should have the answer by this point. So I'm going to show my whole screen. And this is the answer that I got. If we got something different, then I'm obviously going to get strike. So I'm going to submit it. And it was the right answer. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial of KTANE. And until then, keep talking and don't explode.